What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Back in 2020, which, holy crap, 2020 seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, I knew it was only 4 years ago, but still, holy crap, it just seems like that was the dark ages, especially knowing what was going on at the time. But anyways, I released a video reacting to your hot takes or controversial / unpopular opinions, whether it was opinions in films, TV, video games, and you guys sent in some pretty hot, and I mean some hot fucking takes, guys, and there are still 3 in particular that I remember. I don't know why I struggled to get that third finger up. Despite a lot of those takes really getting to me, I had a lot of fun making that video, and I figured that, you know what? This weekend, since I don't have any reviews for y'all, which I do apologize, I didn't see a screening of The Bike Riders, and I have really no intention of seeing that Russell Crowe movie, The Exorcism. However, look out for a review of A Quiet Place Day 1 next week, because that is kind of, but otherwise, getting back to the point, guys, I am going to do a part 2 of reacting to your hot takes, particularly in film, because I had such a great time nearly getting an aneurysm last time. But I know you guys like it when I get angry. Before I continue on, actually 2 things. First being this. For all of you who sent in your hot takes and the ones I react to, I'm not going to show your name just for privacy's sake, because believe me, I respect your privacy a lot, so do not worry. For those of you who sent in your hot takes, and if I do reveal those hot takes, I will not reveal your name for privacy's sake. But anyways, continuing on, guys. Before I continue on and react to your hot takes, I just wanted to say, welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss a future video, whether it's a future review, a future reaction, whatever is coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, I have a lot of cool shit coming your way, and you're not going to want to miss it. And for those of you who are coming back, by the way, thank you so much for coming back, and you have no idea how flarkin' happy I am to see your faces once again. Now, with that being said, let's get it on. Oh boy, starting off on a strong foot here, Mission Impossible 2 is one of the most underrated movies ever. Disagree. Mission Impossible 2 I don't think it's a terrible movie per se. I think it's just okay, but to say it's underrated, I mean, really? Mission Impossible 2, do not get me wrong, has some pretty awesome action sequences. In particular, the final act of MI2 is the saving grace of the film. But before all that, what we have is a movie that is filled to brim with slow-mo, a convoluted ass plot, and just a lot of things that do not make sense. Really, Mission Impossible 2 being underrated? Absolutely not. We're only 2 of these in, and I see this bullcrap now. Original Lion King is the most overrated movie of all time, and not that great or epic.
What the mother? God! Damn it!
How can anybody think that The Lion King is overrated? It's a movie that's built with so much passion, love. It's such an exciting film, and sure, while it is Hamlet in an animated form, the way they interpret Hamlet in this movie is so brilliant. How? Dude, seriously, fucking how can you... I can't... This has to be a troll comment. This has to be a fucking troll comment. Madame Web is the best superhero film of the year.
Are you on drugs?
It's the only comic book film that's released this year, but even then, I wouldn't say it's the best. Even saying that, is really being generous right there. I want to believe that's a truly comment, so pushing that away and moving on. Okay. Austin, film is subjective, film is subjective. Cloud Atlas is better than The Matrix. Say what now?
What? What the fuck?
This is the best way that I can describe my feelings towards Cloud Atlas. And by the way, I just realized, I do apologize by the way that I never did a review of that movie. Now, if I were to give my review of Cloud Atlas, I would say this. This movie is about as a mixed bag as it gets when it comes to filmmaking. There are bits of this movie that I absolutely love, and there are some bits that are absolutely torturous to sit through. There are really good performances, in fact there are some great performances, and I love the concept of how things affect other timelines like reincarnation. I love the concept of it, and there are some bits where the concept definitely hits its mark. I mean, there are some bits where it fucking hits, but then there are other bits where it feels like it took too freaking long. And for a movie, by the way, that was nearly 3 hours, holy crap, I felt like I was in that theater with my dad and my brother for almost 6 hours. Like, it was bad. But to say that this movie is better than the freaking Matrix, a movie that's not only a landmark in action filmmaking, but a landmark in filmmaking, period. Dude. Spider-Man 2 is not the best Spider-Man movie. I actually agree with this. Now, I will say this much. If it wasn't for Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, I would absolutely be disagreeing with you and then some. But since those two films have come out, yeah, it's not the best Spider-Man film anymore. Sorry, I kind of agree. Okay, I found Oppenheimer to be dull and boring.
Oh, give me a big fat break!
I could go into such a 10-minute dissertation, I think that's the right word for it, as to why I think that Oppenheimer is one of the greatest achievements in filmmaking. That's in terms of a directing standpoint, and writing, and cinematography, and sound, and editing, and acting. The way how that film is constructed, and all put together, and how it leads up to my personal opinion, like one of the best endings. It's just, I fucking love Oppenheimer, man. For a movie that's just about 3 hours long, Oppenheimer is anything but boring. I genuinely want to know why you found this dull and boring. Like, genuinely, like, I need to know the reason why. That movie is just a whole other class of filmmaking. That's just how I feel about it anyways. Superman Returns is one of the best superhero films of the 2000s. No. I remember when I first saw that movie, I was so darn excited knowing that Bryan Singer, the guy who made the first two X movies, which I absolutely love. But then he went to make a movie in which our main character Superman spends the majority of the time stalking Lois Lane. Superman Returns is a movie that has genuinely some awesome moments. I mean, it has genuinely great moments, but all those moments are wrapped around a movie that's not only so dull, but you're just waiting for something to happen the entire time. You're just waiting, and when shit finally happens, it's just not that good. To be fair, I know you said one of the best, but come on, to say it's up there like the likes of, let's just say, the first two X-Men movies, Hellboy, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Watchmen, I gotta disagree with that. Oh, this is going to set some fire going on. Okay, this is a two-parter, so here we go. Terminator Genisys and Dark Fate are excellent movies. I have two reactions to this hot take. The first which being this. Genisys Genesis is an excellent movie. That is easily the worst Terminator film. Without a freaking doubt is the worst Terminator film. Like, I remember walking out of that screen going like, the fuck was that piece of shit? However, I will say this, and I have gone on record with this whole thing because I could somewhat agree with you on this. Dark Fate is a good movie. Yes, I am saying that right now, so I'm kind of on your side about that. Dark Fate has its fair share of problems. I mean, has its fair share of problems, but if you were to ask me right now, if I'd rather watch Dark Fate or Genesis with a gun pointed in my head, I would easily pull Dark Fate. Without it, I would pull Dark Fate. While I'm not quite there with you saying it's an excellent movie, I do think that that movie is a better film than people get credit for, which that's gonna have people putting a lot of guns to my head right there because I know how widely hated Dark Fate is, but I'm one of the people that did not hate that movie, so well done you for saying something. Roll that clip.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Oh my god, here's another one. Knock Knock is a great movie. One of the biggest guilty pleasures for me is Knock Knock. I know that that movie is not a good movie, but oh my god, every time I even think about chocolate with sprinkles, I can't help but giggle during that bit. That movie is so bad, but for some reason, I get such morbid enjoyment out of that movie. I really do. It's a great movie. Oh my god. Respect for you saying that, man. It's a guilty pleasure for me. It's a guilty pleasure. This made me smile. I love Star Wars The Last Jedi, and it's in my top 3 favorite Star Wars films. Sorry if you heard that. Thank you. Guys, I've gone on the record so many times with how much I adore The Last Jedi. Like, I freaking adore that movie to no end, and to me, it's one of the best Star Wars films. And by the way, it's something that I still get crap on to this day. I mean, I still get crap on. Like, people have told me still this day, you shouldn't like that movie. They destroyed Luke. No, they freaking did not. I could go into a whole thing, but I'm not gonna because I know a bunch of Star Wars fans will go down my neck, down my throat, and try and come after me, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I love Last Jedi. I personally think that The Exorcist is extremely overrated.
Really?
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 How flarking dare you? To this day, that movie still freaks me out. I don't know how people find that film overrated. Generally, I do not. Actually, you know what? I talked to somebody not too long ago about how much I love that film, and they were like, wait, really? The Exorcist is the scariest thing? I was like, fuck yeah, it is. That movie freaked me out when I was a kid. And I thought the Dark Fate one was... Oh. I'm about to start tweeting here for a second. Okay, I like the Emoji Movie.
How, in the name of Zeus's butthole?
If you think I'm exaggerating with how I'm reacting, I'm genuinely not, because I'm just trying to think as to why people, or how, excuse me, people enjoy the Emoji Movie. It is legitimately one of the worst movies, not just animated, but one of the worst fucking movies out there. It is a movie that treats kids like idiots. Genuinely don't understand this. I mean, dude, how? How? I know film is subjective, I know it is, but I genuinely do not understand how people can like that movie. I don't. I really don't. Moving on from that, moving on. Okay. The original Omen is super overrated. I'd easily rather rewatch the 2006 remake but The First Omen easily trumps both of them. Now that I can absolutely agree with. I really like the original Omen. I don't think it's one of the greatest horror films ever made. Like, I respect it a lot, but do I think it's one of the greatest horror films ever made? And it's a movie that, sure, I admire, but I don't absolutely love that film. However, I would rather watch that film than that fucking remake, because that remake is literally almost the same movie as the original film. But I will say this film, The First Omen, however, is a very, very good film. And by the way, for those of you who haven't seen my interview with Maria Caballero, go check it out. I'll link it below as well. Really, really cool person. I hope I get to do more interviews like that. But anyways, let's move on to the last one, and that is Frozen is the most overrated animated movie of all time.
What the fuck?
How is this movie overrated? Is it because of Let It Go? Is it because that film has been so overplayed? Every single time I have talked to a person that does not like Frozen or just finds the movie overrated, they always say it's because of one reason. Because Let It Go is so overplayed. And also because it's popular. Guys, that is not a reason why Frozen is overrated. Like, is there a reason within the storytelling, or do you just not find the movie all that compelling? Is it just because the movie is either popular because of Let It Go? Seriously, those are not good enough reasons, at least in my personal, but still, Frozen is the furthest thing from overrated. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best animated films of the 2010s. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the best animated films of this century so far. I freaking love Frozen. You know what? I am just going to lock this, throw it over here, wash my hands, crack the knuckles, we are done! Y'all had some good ones this time, even though I do think that some of you were just straight up trolling with some of those, but there were some that legitimately that did really get to me, and good on you for setting off my views. I hope you enjoyed me reacting to your hot takes. If so, press the like button, or if you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see my previous 2 videos, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.